Hey guys, welcome. We wanted to talk to you a little bit today about why we do half day Fridays. So John here, I'm with Nathan. So Nathan, why do we consider doing half day Fridays?
Well, we really wanted to do half day Fridays, I think, for a few reasons. Part of it's probably because we didn't want to work Friday afternoons.
Yeah.
Friday afternoon already kind of has that natural feeling of it's the end of the week. You almost just feel like you're just pushing through anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We really kind of found ourselves naturally just kind of wanting to just crank through Friday morning, get a lot done, and then be able to take off and get the weekend started a little early. That's kind of the, one of the obvious benefits to it, but I think also it goes more importantly with the overall culture of the company here of we really want to be careful of avoiding burnout. We want to be able to have a really good work-life balance and opening up that, being able to start that weekend early on a half day Friday just really helps make the whole weekend feel better. Because, we're all busy. People have families and hobbies and things to do, and being able to maybe get your grass cut on Friday afternoon and then have the whole weekend,
Yeah.
so you don't have to get the grass cut, or being able to do something extra fun, get a round of golf in on a Friday afternoon, or being able to go volunteer or do something else,
Yeah.
just helps make the whole weekend feel better. And it's something that is also just a perk that everyone at the company really loves.
Yeah, totally. So you're losing about 10% of the work week hour-wise. Concerns of productivity, drops in productivity.
Yeah.
What did we see when we brought this in?
We really didn't notice any drop.
Yeah.
Right? Did you notice a drop?
No, not really.
Yeah. Because we still, when we did this, we really tried to test it to see. And we wanted to actually, at first we just thought, let's just do it for the summer and see how it feels. Let's run a little test where we, basically just do it for the summer. We still plan as if we're working 40 hours that week. We just still try and get the same amount of work done. We didn't say let's try and do 10% less. Let's still try and do the same amount of thing. But let's just condense it into 36 hours, work a little harder, work a little smarter, and really focus and get things done. And we tried that, and it really seemed like, we hit all of our goals, we hit our deadlines, and we didn't have an issue with it.
So when we brought this in, we brought it in little by little. So we did a summer, and then the next year we did summer again, and then we did later that year, like Thanksgiving to New Year, to cover that Christmas
And everybody
season.
loved that.
And everybody loved it. And then when we rolled into the new year, we said, hey, we're going to keep it for 6 months to make sure that, we're still kind of testing the waters with it a little bit. We got to the end, and we realized we were still hitting our goals. We were still, releasing solid work, and it made sense to keep. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, it absolutely did. And it's got a lot of other good benefits too.
Yeah. Well, what's some benefits?
There's a number of different company level benefits, right? It's a great recruiting tool. It's a great, people love seeing that on, our website saying, hey, we do half day Fridays, and it helps us get some good quality applicants, because that's a nice perk that a lot of companies don't necessarily do.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows how much we care about really having a good work-life balance here. And so people, I think it helps with getting people. I think it helps with keeping people, keeping good talent, keeping good people.
Yeah.
Because it's such a nice perk. So there's benefits like that. And really the biggest thing is it just gives everybody the ability to not feel like they have to work like crazy. And I think people know, because we're doing a half day Friday, that also means we don't expect you to work past 5 o'clock each day. And
right.
we want you to be able to be home and have dinner with your family. We want you to be able to spend time on the weekends, not worrying about work, but being with family and doing your hobbies. And you got to be able to pull away from work in order to be able to really work well that Monday through Friday morning.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool thing, and that we don't really set hey, you got to work from 8 to 5. We focus more on hey, let's get your work done. But the cool thing about Fridays is when I'm on a little bit late, it's kind of neat in Slack seeing people kind of slowly signing off.
Yeah.
And it means we're getting stuff done, and it's time to check out. It's time to put work aside for the weekend, and really kick the weekend off early.
And it helps overall too with just morale, I think.
Totally, definitely.
Yeah, and that's important in the company too. because we're in it. It's not a sprint, right? What we're doing is a marathon. I mean, we've already been at it 10 years now.
Almost, yeah.
So it's definitely one of those things where it's like, just trying to squeak out a few more exhausted, tired hours at the end of the day on a Friday doesn't really help over the course of 10 years, I don't think.
Yeah, definitely not. And I feel like you get the longer weekend, you come back in Monday, your batteries are charged a little bit more, and you really kind of you can really get to it.
Yeah. So what do you think for other companies that might want to think about doing this, how should they consider it? I mean, I think the testing thing worked pretty well for us.
Yeah, totally. I think changes are difficult to implement in any area, in any business, in any organization, and even just in personal life. So by setting testing phases where it's defined, hey, we're going to do this for 2 months, we're going to do this for a month, or we're going to do this just for this season, then you really can see how it gets utilized. Is it get utilized well? Does it get abused?
Right.
You really can see the benefits or the drawbacks from it. And then, for us, we had a couple positive tests in a row, and we decided to stick with it.
It's a really good way to de-risk. I mean, that's something we're always trying to do is de-risk what we're doing. Because what if we had tried it and we realized, oh my goodness, we're slipping, we're falling behind. Depending on your business, maybe you're billing hours and it actually does have a negative impact on your business. Or maybe your clients are trying to reach you at the end of the day, Friday, and they can't get you. So, there's things like that. And like we actually did run into that a little bit where our support was dropping off at lunchtime on Friday, and then we had customers that were writing in the end of the day Friday, and they were off Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
So tickets weren't getting the answer till Monday, and it ended up being this 2.5 day wait.
Right.
And we didn't like that experience, so we had to make a little change there.
Yeah. We came up with a creative solution and we solved it, but that was really kind of the only drawback I think that we had. I think everything else was glowingly positive.
Yeah. Yep. So I think that's a great way to do it, is just test and you limit your risks and then see how it works for you.
Cool. Well, we hope you like this little insight in why we do Half Day Fridays.